Apartment buildings in Japan have names, and because Japanese is not cool enough, a more exotic language is used for them. English. Combine that with the English level in Japan being rather low, and most of the names being written in Katakana, one of the Japanese writing systems, and you get some quite entertaining names. I discovered that most of them fall into one of 5 categories. Category number 1 is the name of a place. But the rule is it has to be a name that is as misleading or imprecise as possible. An example. When you hear the name 4th Avenue, you are probably thinking about New York. Well, I think about this building in Nagano City in Japan. Another example. Grand Earth. This is probably the most imprecise address you can have. However, it seems like some building company accepted the challenge and gave this wonderful building the only slightly exaggerated name, Milky Way. Milky Way. Anything with life in the name seems to sound right to the professional building namers in Japan. Are you working your ass off, have no work-life balance and an awful job? Well, at least you can live in dream life now. Dream life is too expensive? How about grand life? Or maybe sun life? My favorite in this category is this house, with what must be the most accurately describing building name ever. Life one way. Whatever that means. If you want to get really fancy and even the English life is not enough, how about some German Leben instead? By the way, Leben means life. Apart from life, nature is another common theme. Life, nature, makes sense. And who wouldn't want to live in a place called Green Town? Well, the only complaint I have is that it's not green at all. Maybe Grey Town. If you see this big, unexciting building, how would you name it? It's kind of red. What else is red? I have no idea. Apple. I have an apple. I have heights. Oh. This brings me to the 4th category, heights. Usually when you think about heights in a building name, you think about skyscrapers, large buildings, skylines, the metropolises of the world. In Japan, you think about buildings like this. Want a bit more city? No problem, here you go. This softly grey building's name is actually alarmingly accurate. White Heights. And the list goes on. Sun Heights, Green Heights, Echo Heights, SHARUMAN Heights. I have no idea what this means though. Maybe Sherman Heights or Saruman Heights. In Japan, being reserved is a virtue. For houses, however, this doesn't seem to be true. Instead, exaggerations are quite common. Example, do you know what this is? This is a quality house. Afraid of earthquakes? No problem. Quality house. Thin walls made just out of wood? Quality house. Some people like it with soft drinks, some people like it on the rocks, and some people like me like it pure. And if you are one of this kind, pure house. There aren't many Christians in Japan. However, some people seem to be Christian enough to name their houses after one of the Bible's books. Genesis. Or maybe they like the band. If you think highly of your intellectual capacities or your name is Pinky, Japan has you covered as well. Just live in brain. In the end, wherever you end up, it is important you are living a life in happiness. I like strolling around in Japanese neighborhoods, and every time I do so, I stumble into these delightfully named buildings that make it all even better. But where do you want to live? Do you prefer Brain, Apple or Milky Way? Please let us know in the comments below. And please, if you liked what you saw in this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll be outside now and have fun looking at buildings. See you next time. Fineness. I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Fairness? Fitness? Finesse? At least they are not giving their buildings people's names like... Hey, where are you right now? Ah, I'm in Jessica.